let you go without talking about that. Kevin, you said on radio, I think it was on Friday, that there's going to be a competition. You were talking about, and this doesn't contradict it, but at the end of the workouts, that Darnold was going to go in as the top QB. So what do you envision here? Is J.J. going to push Darnold? Is Nick going to start as the number 2? Like, how's this going to unfold in your mind?
Yeah, I have no, preconceived, preset depth chart in my mind beyond. I believe I said, at the end of spring, Sam was, the number 1 quarterback. He had taken a lot of the reps and most of the reps with the ones. And Sam had a great spring. J.J. came in here after being drafted and had a really productive spring as well. So really my message to those guys is I want a really competitive situation. Sam will, obviously be, taking the majority of his reps with that first group, but I think you'll see J.J. maybe get some as well, but also it's about the quality and as much as the volume of those reps throughout camp to really kind of continue to holistically attack this quarterback development program and process for J.J. while also knowing that doesn't mean the expectation is that Sam doesn't have a process either. We've got individualized plans for all of our guys, and where that depth chart falls, for our first game, we get a whole lot of time on the grass and 3 preseason opportunities, 2 joint practices to really work through exactly where each individual guy is at this point in time going into the season.
How tough is that on reps, though? Because, if Sam's going to take up a lot of the 1 rep,
yep.
Obviously puts J.J. watching those a bit more or with the backup. So, because, it's been, 6 years of Kirk here, basically, before you guys, and it was always Kirk that took the first few reps.
Yep.
How much do you have to orchestrate that so that you get the look that you want, but yet your starter on September 8th has the bulk of the work, I guess?
Yeah, I think there's enough reps to do that, and I wouldn't discount Nick Mullen's experience in our system over these last couple of years to maybe where he doesn't quite necessarily need the volume of work to still be ready to go if called upon during the season. So I think that's the way we've kind of philosophically put together the room, knowing how important JJ's development plan is and how he's attacked it. And really, I also don't want JJ to feel like he's got any kind of preset ceiling or floor to where he's at. And that's the excitement that I know he feels showing up to go to work every day. And he's had, like I said, he's had a great offseason and a great summer leading into this. He's ready to go. And Sam got off to a really great start in the spring, and I'm looking forward to him to really take that momentum and start running, because really you guys know that are here every day and or when you get the opportunity to come out in the spring. It's really the teaching, learning phase. We're really not in that competition mode as much as starting to set the table for what will come, during these critical few weeks leading into the season.
Quincy, you've talked a little bit. The team has an expectation. It always does. McCarthy, though, is your quarterback of the future, and you are both going into year 3 of 4-year contracts. How do you avoid the temptation, if things don't go well off the bat, not to panic without an assurance that, if the team does poorly, the team could make a change?
Yeah, I know for me, the experience that you have from different, stops, and either as a player, as a young quarterback trying to improve and grow in this league, and then getting an opportunity to coach the position, coordinate, and then now be a head coach. You've been through some circumstances where some things are out of our control sometimes, but that is one thing that we are in control of, and our decisions that Kwesi and I talked through, and our decision to bring JJ here was all really, out of the belief that we feel that we can put together a plan that helps him become the best player and best quarterback that hopefully he can become. And I don't know if it's the former quarterback in me, but I will not allow any factors outside of what's best for JJ and what's best to help the Minnesota Vikings win in regards to the answer to that question. That's just how I feel about it.
And the only thing I would add is when we get hired to do these jobs, they ask us to do them in a certain way, at a certain level. They ask us to try and win championships, and that's the question Kevin and I always ask ourselves: are we setting the team up to do that? It's not, can we win a championship with you as the GM? Obviously, that would be nice. But our sole focus is that. Otherwise, we wouldn't be genuine or truthful to the team that we oversee or the people in this building. So that's just going to guide our logic. And I talked a lot about minimizing regret in the past, and I'm never going to sit on the couch when it's all said and done, good or bad, and regret doing the right thing by J.J., doing the right thing by this team, even if it comes with consequences.
Last one, Chip.